Hello everyone, Namaste. This is your astrologer Shyam from Atma Shuddhi Astrology, and in this video I am going to talk to you about a very important parihara. It's about the remedial measures for marriage. So for instance, around the area of marriage, I've been witnessing lots and lots of troubles of late. Either a boy or a girl, they are not interested in marriage at all. They are not able to attract the right person into their life. And even if they attract the right person, they end up messing up with the muhurta of the marriage, where they choose a wrong time to get married, and then that is creating a lot of disaster into their life. And these are all a series of problems. And of late, there have been lots and lots of cases of divorce. And the very essence of all this reason is it's about not being aware of performing the remedial measures that are prescribed in the Shastra by the great rishis. And since people are not aware about it, that they can use this as a tool to clear the karma of the marriage and have a better married life, people are still longing about these kinds of things. And another important thing is there have always been lots and lots of denials with respect to pariharas and other stuff as far as the astrology is concerned. People always talk a lot about analysis and diagnosis, and they don't insist on parihara. The problem is, see, if you go to the doctor, you just don't end up with being diagnosed with some kind of a disease or disorder. You eventually go there to treat your disease or disorder, so that whatever the doctor prescribes as a medicine or an injection or a surgery, you are ready to take it up because you want to solve the problem. Similarly, astrology is not something related to just diagnosis alone. See, you don't need an astrologer to tell you that you have a problem. You already know it. And the reason why you are coming to us is for the solution. And that's more important than the diagnosis. So the solution is parihara, the remedial measures. So as far as the parihara is concerned, every aspect of the life has got a specific parihara, the karakatva, based on which if you do the remedial measure, you will be able to clear a lot of karma. And similarly, marriage is a very, very important area in our life, where it's like a turning point in one's life, and it can create a great transformation for someone, or it can be a disaster. So that depends upon how the horoscope is, how you are able to treat that horoscope with remedial measures. And if you have any problem for that matter, like say for example, being a man or a woman, you must be able to attract the right man or woman into your life for being your life partner. And people have lots and lots of confusions about choosing the right partner, setting the right priorities, with respect to the partner. Nobody knows how their partner should be. When you really ask pointed questions, they will get confused about the whole thing. Say if someone is not very clear about, what they want in a partner, they have to light lamp for the Lagna Lord from their Karakatva of the marriage, from the Navamsha chart. So if you are a man, from Venus, the Lagna Lord, you have to light the lamp. Otherwise, you will not have any clarity about your marriage or the kind of girl that you want in your life. And if you are a woman, from Lagna Lord of Mars, in the Navamsha, you must light lamp to attract the right man into your life and to also set the clear priorities of what you are actually expecting out of a man. And this is one kind of a parihara. And if you are able to perform the parihara for the 7th Lord from the respective man's chart or girl's chart from Venus or Mars, and also the 10th Lord from Venus or Mars, you will be able to attract the right person into your life. And also the Karya Siddhi was, the Karya Siddhi to perform the entire sequence of the marriage, the process, everything will be very smooth. So these are the different types of pariharas that one can adapt to really, have a very, very successful married life. And at least my guru always beautifully says, any event in life for that matter, say for example, be it in education or career shift, or be it with marriage, childbirth, buying a property or a car, whatever it is, at least give yourself 180 days of time to perform the parihara before the onset of the event, so that you will have sufficient time to clear the karma around that area, invoke divine energy, set the right alignment of people, place and objects, which would really manifest the right thing into your life. Otherwise, whatever the alignment that you are in already with respect to the kind of people that you are associated with, the objects that you carry, the places that you live in, it need not necessarily be the right thing for you, though it could be very, very comfortable or convenient. So be aware, and there will, when you perform parihara, what happens is, you will have a shift in the energy, you will change your place of living. All the current association of people will move on, and new set of people will arise who will have successful marriage and who can really help you to get through with that entire process and get married to the right person into your life. So the new mandala formation will happen when you perform the parihara. All these things people will physically never make an attempt to do it, because that kind of thought process will, itself will not, arise in their mind due to the karma. And even if it arises in the mind, they won't be able to do it, because that's the karmic delusion, because they will find it very inconvenient, they will find it very, very uncomfortable. They will always choose something which is very, very convenient and comfortable, which need not necessarily be the right thing for them. So that is one of the key things which I wanted to emphasize. And people who are divorced, who have a very, very rattled life in the marriage, and they can always do the parihara to clear their ancestral karma, their lineage karma, because nobody would know, somewhere in the lineage, there could be disturbances in the married life. People would have married twice or thrice, there would be Sri Shapa or Purusha Shapa, whatever it is, so they will not attract the right person into their life. Nowadays, people don't even think of marriage or getting married to the right person or being committed throughout a life to someone. That kind of a thought process itself is not there, because their mind is all perverted. They will talk about a lot of intellectual stuff, that it is their choice or whatever it is. No, it is absolutely, at the end of the day, it is karma, karmic delusion and mental perversion. So that is one of the key things. To clear all these kinds of karma, use astrology as a tool, do the parihara, clear the karma, get into a right partner, get into the right married life. And secondly, when you get married, fix a very, very auspicious, and good muhurta with the right person who has got extreme levels of expertise with respect to muhurta shastra. Because we always feel that many a times most of the people whose married life are messed up, when we actually look at their chart of the time of the marriage, it is a total mess. They would have a very, very strong afflicted chart, when they had really got married. Their seventh lord would have been affected, the fifth lord affected, and also, most of the time, many lordships are affected. So when you actually look at the time of the marriage, it is actually, most of the cases, it is very messed up. So don't take a very, very superficial decision, when it comes to marriage or fixing the right time, or the muhurta for the marriage. People just fix up with based on convenience. There are many people who ask us time during Saturdays and Sundays so that, many people could attend their wedding. That's not important at all. It's the time of the marriage, even if it is very inconvenient for you, that is gonna, take you for the long run, rather than, making all the attempts to have a very, very, short run and having a very, very instant gratification. So leave that kind of a mindset, because once you mess up your life, it is very, very hard and extremely hard in countries like India to come out of that institution of marriage. So that is one thing. So fix the right muhurta. So do the parihara 180 days before the marriage. Clear the karma. Choose the right boy or right girl. You will attract it invariably. And then fix the right muhurta for the marriage with us. And then, you can eventually get into that marriage at that time. So that power of time, the anugraham of the God, the horoscopic combinations will take care of your life like anything. And post the marriage, do rituals, that we suggest, and, which would actually take you for a very, very long run, that will improve the compatibility between you and your partner, that will create a very, very blissful, peaceful and soul elevating life when you continuously perform the parihara. So these are all the key aspects which I wanted to emphasize in this video. And people who are divorced, who have a very rattled life, clear the karma using the parihara and then get married once again. Or that will also improve your marriage, invariably. So without clearing the karma, if you get into the married life once again, choosing the next partner, moving on with the next partner again and again and again, that will, increase your karma, but it will never clear your karma. You will always end up missing your marriage again and again. So that's the message that I wanted to emphasize in this video. So thank you really so much for watching. Keep watching this space. This is very, very important. And also share this video with as many people as possible, so that, they are able to understand something about the, pariharas. They can understand that pariharas can be used, from astrology to clear the karma of their married life and always have the better married life ahead.